Good morning. Welcome to Old Vine Zen, and I'm Jan. Easy like Sunday morning. So, I wanted to speak a few minutes about meditation because I know that there's still misunderstanding out there because I still hear from people I can't meditate. So, meditation is sitting or lying or reclining still. That's what meditation is, being still. The mind may continue to think. And what you do in meditation is that you become aware of your thought, you look at it, and then you slowly bring your focus back to whatever anchor you are using. It could be your breath, because you always have it with you. You could stare at a tree. You could stare at a spot on a wall, something that's not moving, that is going to be there. You focus on something that brings you back to now, to here and now. And you may have to do it over and over, or sometimes your thoughts are few, so you can just focus on the breath. But what we're doing is becoming aware of what we're thinking, the patterns of our thoughts, how they're usually about the past, regrets maybe, or the future, worrying about what ifs. And we lose our life because we're just constantly in these patterns of ruminating. And so in meditation, we're practicing about bringing back our power to say, hey, I don't want to get lost in all that thinking. I want to start living my life right here, right now. So meditation is that practice of doing that. And then, yeah, sure, a byproduct as you get into your meditation is you can relax. And it feels good because you're not always up in here. And it's a beautiful feeling. But in the beginning, you might have a very active mind, and that's okay. So when you begin your meditation, what's important is your attitude. When you have a practice, let's say you want to practice 5 minutes a day, do you start your practice with, oh God, I have to do this. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. This isn't going to work. No. Your attitude is going to be, oh, I'm looking forward to this. Let's see what my thoughts are like. Let me practice coming back to my breath or coming back to the moment. I'll just practice for a few minutes. So your attitude's really important to how your meditation is going to play out. And what we're looking for, or what we're practicing, is to start living our life and not losing our life while we're being pulled away in all these directions and we're worrying about things and we're regretting things that are already done and you can't undo them. But start coming back right now, right here, starting over. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. And most of the time, being in the present moment is a good thing. Even if you have something that's not good right now, it's challenging. It's better to be in the present moment, working on what you need to work on. It's more fulfilling than trying to avoid it or trying to be distracted from it. It's better to get in there. If you're afraid of something, it's better to look at what you're afraid of and start dealing with it. So that's what meditation is. It's practice. And it's just a few minutes. You don't have to do it for hours. It's a few minutes. And it gets to be very relaxing. There's nothing more relaxing than just letting it go for a bit. So let's do it. Close your eyes. Get comfortable. Take your shoes off. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Let it go. Check your attitude. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Now let's connect with the body for just a few moments. Feel your shoulders drop. Imagine all that stuff you're carrying around with you, just it floats off your shoulders. And if you're tight in the back, notice if your muscles are tight in the back. Breathe into the back and let those muscles soften. Notice how good that feels. Bring your awareness down into the belly. Is your stomach muscles, are they tight? See if you can soften them. You don't have to hold your stomach in. Nobody's looking. Let your legs relax and your feet. Stretch your toes out a little bit. And your arms are resting comfortably, right? And your hands are loose and the fingers. And you feel your breath again as you breathe in and breathe out. And the muscles in the jaw soften. And throughout the face, around the mouth and the cheeks, around the eyes and the brow. Notice if your eyebrows are lifted or kind of knitted together. Soften those muscles and smooth the forehead. No lines of worry. And up into the scalp. All the little muscles in the scalp, around the temples, sides of your head. Just soft and breathe. Don't worry about your thinking. It's okay. Just come back to your breath if you start being pulled away about some story. Oh, our minds are full of stories, aren't they? We all have a story. Very complicated, long story. Let's let that story go. Imagine sitting by the ocean, and it's early in the morning, and no one's around, and a brand new day is upon you, and you can hear the sounds of the ocean and the waves washing in and then being pulled back out to sea. And you can smell the brininess of the water. And the sky is beginning to lighten. There's nobody out there but you and whatever's in the ocean. And maybe some of the birds flying. It's just you and nature. Nothing can touch you out here. It's just quiet. You feel peaceful. And you even sigh and give yourself permission to let it all go. Let the stories leave you. Just a whisper of peacefulness flows across your body. Such a beautiful natural feeling. Much like the animals in nature during the middle of the day, and they just sit back and rest, very aware, but very comfortable. And we find this sanctuary that lies deep inside of us. And it's just for you, no one else. You know, we've all made mistakes. We've done things perhaps that we wish we wouldn't have done. We've all held grudges against people and said things that we've regretted. But all we can do now is to do better. Not try to do better, but do better. From this moment on, do better. That's all we can do. And that feels right inside as we sit here on this beach, on this early morning. That sits well. It's realistic. It's doable. It makes sense. That today we'll do it a little bit differently. We will watch our mind. We will watch what we're thinking. We'll watch what we're saying and how we're acting. We'll do a little bit better every day. And that will be enough. Our intention will be pure and good. That's all we can do. And that makes us feel at peace. And so we go forth into this day or this evening with a clearer mind, a plan. So as we leave our little setting on the beach, we look around one more time and we smell the fresh air. We hear the waves and we see the birds. And we've made a pact to do it differently. May your day be filled with some joy and your heart with some love. And may you carry a few less thoughts with you. And very gently now, you can reopen your eyes and come back. And I'd like to thank you for joining me. And remember that we all can meditate. It's not some great thing that is unapproachable or undoable. It's just about being still for a few minutes and looking at our lives and our thoughts and seeing them for what they are. Mostly the thoughts are illusions. Yeah, they're stories. So have a good day and thank you for joining me and take care of yourself. And I will see you next week and practice a little bit. Okay, thank you. Bye.